Good evening. It is great to have you with us here on a Tuesday night. Those troubling new numbers on the coronavirus here in the U.S., what authorities are seeing in more than 20 states now, and the reason why, they say. But we are going to begin tonight with the searing new testimony in the trial of former police officer Derek Chauvin in the death of George Floyd. The young witnesses today, one just 9 years old, 3 teenagers taking the stand too. Darnella Frazier, 17 at the time, there that day with her 9-year-old cousin. The two of them walking by the officers, pinning George Floyd down. Darnella Frazier turning back, capturing that video now seen around the world. She told jurors today she has stayed up nights apologizing to George Floyd for not doing more to save his life. The 9-year-old witness, and the moment in court today, Derek Chauvin took off his mask so she could identify him. And late today, the fire department EMT, Genevieve Hansen, off duty that day, also a witness. She offered to help. She is seen on the left here in the sweatshirt on an officer's body camera. Testifying today, she repeatedly called for them to check George Floyd's pulse. The defense cross-examining her just moments ago, and ABC's Alex Perez leading us off from Minneapolis tonight.
In court today, the jury hearing from the teenage girl who recorded the video that sparked international outrage, capturing George Floyd's final moments. Darnella Frazier was 17 then. You can see her here walking to the corner store with her 9-year-old cousin. The judge allowing her to testify off camera as she described how she saw what was happening and ushered the child into that store.
Was there anything about the scene that you didn't want your cousin to see?
Yes.
And what was that?
A man terrified, scared, begging for his life.
Frazier, seen here, standing by the wall, recording as now former police officer Derek Chauvin pinned Floyd down with a knee on his neck.
I heard George Floyd saying, "I can't breathe, please get off of me. I can't breathe." He cried for his mom. He was in pain. It seemed like he knew. It seemed like he knew it was over for him.
The experience forever seared into her memory.
When I look at George Floyd, I look at my dad. I look at my brothers. I look at my cousins, my uncles, because they are all black. I look at how that could have been one of them. It's been nights. I stayed up apologizing and apologizing to George Floyd for not doing more.
The jury then hearing from her 9-year-old cousin, who identified Chauvin when he stood up and removed his mask.
So is that the person then you saw?
Yes.
The girl testifying Chauvin kept his knee on Floyd's neck even after the paramedics arrived.
They asked him nicely to get off of him.
And when they asked him nicely to get off of him, what did he do?
He still stayed on him.
The prosecution then calling 2 other teenaged eyewitnesses, Kaylin Gilbert and her friend Alyssa Funari, who testified that as Floyd grew weaker, Chauvin applied even more pressure on his neck.
At one point, I saw him put more and more weight onto him.
And how could you tell that?
I saw his back foot or leg lift off the ground and his hands go in his pocket.
The jury then hearing from Minneapolis firefighter Genevieve Hansen, who happened upon the scene and begged officers to take Floyd's pulse.
Get off the street before you're responsive. Okay, hey, you in those? He's not responsive right now. He's not responsive right now, bro.
Hansen then calling 911 herself.
I literally watched police officers not take a pulse and not do anything to save a man. And I am a first responder myself.
When you couldn't do that, how did that make you feel?
Totally distressed.
Were you frustrated?
Yes.
Donald Williams, who was standing next to her that day, also called 911.
He just pretty much just killed this guy that wasn't resisting arrest. He had his knee on the dude's neck the whole time.
Defense attorney Eric Nelson argues the police officers saw the crowd of onlookers as a threat, but he did not force the issue with the teenage girls who testified today. He did aggressively question Williams about his words to Chauvin.
You called him bogus.
I did.
You called him a bum at least 13 times.
That's what you counted in the video?
That's what I counted.
And that's what you got, 13.
Those terms grew more and more angry. Would you agree with that?
They grew more and more pleading for life.
And Alex Perez joins us now from Minneapolis tonight. And Alex, the defense attorney, also cross-examining that firefighter, Genevieve Hansen, asking her about the crowd gathered at the scene.
Yeah, David, the firefighter responded to the defense by saying, I don't know if you've ever seen anyone be killed. It's upsetting. She clearly was frustrated. The entire cross-examination was tense. The judge in the end telling her she must answer the questions asked of her. She's due back on the witness stand tomorrow morning. David?
All right, Alex Perez leading us off again tonight. Alex, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.